Hello, it's 3:30. I'm Terry Clyde. I understand we're going to have a couple of new people joining us maybe today at our live time. And I'm in a little different location today, and I want to share a couple of things with you, and I want to get your input. Uh, I would like to ask you, and a couple of my accountability partners have asked me to share with you the request. If you would share the messages that I give you. If it means something to you, share it with your friends and neighbors. We want to help as many people as we can. And what made me particularly think about that today is that earlier today, a beautiful young woman came into my office that had been taking one of our classes. She was excited about the changes in her life. She was excited about the changes that she was making personally, and she was really excited about what was going on in her life. She told me that I was telling her about some things we're doing in the future. She told me that she was very thankful for what we had done and wanted to get involved. We are going to be doing in the future some interviews with people that enjoy what we're doing, like what we're doing, or can see applications for what we're doing, that may want to be life coaches themselves or may want to share with others the good that has come and the differences that have happened in their lives. So if you would be interested in seeing an interview at some point with some of the people that are teaching with me, or that have been benefiting from the classes that we've done, or that may have some questions that we can go deeper with by having somebody bounce those off of us, let me know. Let me know in your comments. Yes, I would like for you to have a guest sometimes, or I would like for you to have somebody interview you, or hey, I would like to be the one that comes on and interviews you and does that. I'm open for some new and tremendous things. The best I can tell from looking at the past records today is day number 64 that we've been doing these afternoons together, and I really appreciate you joining with me. On this board right here behind me, this little picture that's here, many of you will recognize it. Some of you may not, but many of you will recognize at least what it is a copy of. And it's a Christmas story that most of us are familiar with. The reason it's up here, there was a tremendous lesson that is involved with this that my friend David Self brought in today and shared with me. Very good, very deep. So good, in fact, that I'm not going to share it with you. I'm going to ask David to come back and share it at a future time when we're doing the 3:30s together. He already is interested in sharing some with me, and I want to share with you some of the people that impact my life. And that's what I really want to talk to you about today. But this right here, this art level, this is not Terry level artwork. This is David level artwork, and David can actually do better than this. He just came to the board and did this real quick so he could make an illustration for me. My point today and what I want to share with you is all of us need people around us, and we talked about this earlier this week about accountability, but we need people around us that can hold us accountable and that can teach us and can pour their lives into us. On a regular basis, I have a couple of gentlemen and a couple of ladies that will stop by the office and talk to me about things that are going on in their lives, things that are going on in my life, and they pour into me. It's very important for us to listen to people that pour into our lives. When people ask us questions, we should listen to the question, and then is there something in that question for me? Is there something that can make me better at explaining what I do, or help me better understand the topic that they're asking the question about? When David brought this question to me earlier, or this teaching to me earlier today, it was very good, and I applied it in some places in my life. And it also made me think about the fact that you need to hear some of what David's teaching. And I want to bring him on and let him do some teaching to you too. But also, I want you to understand that there's nobody, there's not me, there's not anybody in this world that has got all of the answers, that always knows everything all right every time. All of us need other people to give us insight, input, and sometimes even challenge our thinking. Even the people sometimes that get on our last nerve and aggravate us so much, if we really listen, they can help us to sharpen ourselves. I was talking to my wife earlier this week, and I had an encounter with somebody, and they kind of grated on me a little bit. And I told her, I said, it's very frustrating sometimes the way that encounter is, and that it just grinds on me sometimes when I have these encounters. But at the same time, it's like a knife that's being rubbed across a whetstone or a ceramic stick. That rubbing and that friction sharpens me. And that person means no harm. That person does not understand, I have no idea that it sometimes bothers me, the conversations, or gets on my nerves the way we have the conversation. But I always learn, and it always makes me be cautious. It always helps me to understand other people that I may encounter that may come across as harsh or brash or negative or aggravating. And what they are trying to do is not the antagonism that I may perceive, but sometimes what they're doing is genuinely raising questions or fears or cautions because they love and they care. So we have to be careful how we respond and how we react to them. But my pointed lesson for you today, the thing that I want you to hear, that I want you to get in your mind, is you're impacting other people. And other people impact you. But listen and let yourself grow. And let yourself learn. Seek out that information they have. Ask questions when people share with you. Even if you think you already know everything that they know, ask questions, listen, and learn. Sometimes you can learn about their potential and about their strength, or about cautions for yourself that you may not have thought about before. My friend David can draw. My friend David can teach. Terry can't draw. Terry can learn, and Terry can teach. He's making me sharper, stronger, better. I hope I'm making him sharper, stronger, and better. And I hope I'm doing the same thing for you. I'm trying to pour into you as he's pouring into me, because it's all about all of us getting better. And you know why, don't you? You understand it, right? What am I about to say? That's right. I believe in you. You can do it.